Assalamu alaikum. Dear my Ranja brothers and sisters, dear my Ranja elders and scholars who are living inside the Burma and outside the Burma. I am Nur Lamin. I respect all of you from the Voice of Ranja TV. I respect all elders and I pray for all scholars from Ranja community today. I come to say some important news in front of the Ranja community in the world. First, very important news today is that United Nations High Commissioner expert in Hilly to visit Ranja camp. So, independent news from Dhaka newspaper. The UN special reporters on the situation of the human rights in Myanmar in Hilly will visit Bangladesh soon to see Ranja's situation in Kaspaza districts amid Myanmar continue denial to her access to Rakhine State. In Hilly, who earlier said accident in Rakhine State bear in Kaspaza district amidst Myanmar continue denial of her access to Rakhine State. In Hilly, who earlier said accident in Rakhine State bear there hallmark of genocides and call for the accountability in the strong terms, will begin her Bangladesh visits on January 19th. She also planned to visit the island of the Basham Shores in Noakhali. The Bangladesh government has planned to ship the Rohingya to the island. The UN special reporters will present our findings and recommendations at the 4th session of the Human Rights Council in March 2019. The Rohingyas in Kasbah are the victims of the human rights violation committed in the midst of the violence that erupted in the August 2017 forces over 800,000 Rohingya people to take shelter in Bangladesh. These Rohingya people have been living in camps administered by the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees and the government of the Bangladesh with support from a slew of the UN agency and international NGOs since August 2017. On January 9, the United States appealed to all sides in Myanmar to intensify efforts to find a peaceful solution to the situation and to ensure humanitarian access to all people affected by the violence. The acting presidents, coordinators and humanitarian coordinator for Myanmar, State says they are deeply concerned about the situation in northern central states of Arkansas, where an estimated 4,500 people have been displaced so far due to recent fighting there. They are world peoples and they are peace-loving world people. They are world countries and they are peace-loving world countries. And they are United Nations and they are United States and United Kingdom. They are Europe community and they are YC countries and their Arab countries. I am a Rohingya refugee. Today I do appeals all the countries where they are living thousands and thousands of the Rohingya people with a hope and on serious situations. Today you Rohingya people are suffering all over the world. Today Rohingya people are suffering mostly in Muslim countries. Today, Rohingya people are suffering in Arab countries and in Asia countries. Today, Rohingya people are suffering from all over the world. Today, Rohingya people are suffering anywhere in the world. But the war is trying to save us. Just our living and eating in the refugee camp You are still living there nearly 2 years over. The world, the United States and the OIC and the Europe community cannot do anything about us. You are still suffering in refugee camp inside the Burma and outside the Burma also. Everybody in the world needs their rights, their future, their justice. As soon as you Rohingya community also need our rights, justice, and our life and our future to live peacefully in our native, in our current state Burma. The world people know about our suffering situation. You Rohingya people are suffering inside the Burma and outside the Burma. Because of you are peace-loving people and you are justice-loving people in the world. But today, we want to change our mind. But today, you want to change our mind to fight against the Burmese military government to establish our life and our future and our justice in our own native, because we have no way except this way. As soon as the Rakhine army and the Kachar army, the Shah army, War army, Palau army, nearly 200 armed force groups are fighting still with other fighting groups against the Burma military. Nearly 200 fighting groups are staying in Burma to fight against the Burmese military, because of the world has to know about the situation of Burma. The Burma is still the Burma was. The Burmese military leaders are still driving this country with their repressive policy and racism policy. Mostly Rohingya people are suffering in this country from 1962 to today. The Burmese military governments are still running in this country and holding the power of the government of this country still today. The world people and world politicians and world countries know about the Burma democracy. Actually, this is not a democracy. This is a duplicated chewing business of the democracy. No one has to respect this democracy, because this is not democracy and this is the world duplicate and fake democracy, which is held by Burmese military leaders. Suchi, the world peace lover and Nobel Peace owners, are still supporting the Burmese military powers and Burmese military racism policy. Today, I come here as a Rohingya to announce all over the world. Actually, I want to say about the suffering life of the Rohingya who are suffering inside the Burma and outside the Burma. To United Nations, OIC countries and Arab countries and the Muslim countries and all non-Muslim countries, that you Rohingya people are still suffering inside the country and outside the country. You no need only just eating to live in the refugee camp and in other countries of the world. You just want our rights, justice, and our life and future. So you have to one way only to settle this case and to reach this case. This is the revolution way only. The Rakhine army are ready. The Rakhine armies are ready to fight against the Burmese government, because this Burmese government is a repressive government and serious government in the world. The world most notorious military dictators are the Burmese military leaders. Everybody knows about the situation and about the past and the present, the situation of the Burmese military leaders. The ICC wants also them, because of the world people has idea about it. Today I appeal all over the world, mostly Muslim countries and non-Muslim countries, Asian countries and Arab countries and Europe countries, that Rohingya people are suffering everywhere in the world. So you have to choose one way. The way is clear. You have to fight for our rights, and you have to fight for our justice, and you have to fight for our life and future. This is the only way you have to choose in front of us. Our way in front of us is the very long, as long as very difficult to reach our endpoint and destination. But you have to cross it because it is ours. I also respectfully say all over the world, Rohingya people, please come and live in unity to fight against the Burmese military leaders who genocide us, who kills our people and who rapes our mother and sister. You must just believe, and you have no way to believe, and you have no situation to believe Burmese military leaders and their ideology and their any peaceful agenda, for they are lying everywhere in the Burma. The only way to settle the case of the Rohingya is every Rohingya has duty to fight for their rights against the Burmese military leaders. I do request all of the Rohingya people, please come in unity to stand against the Burmese military leaders to reach our final goals, to settle our this unsolved case with unitarily and revolutionarily. You suffer from 1962 to today, and you are genocide also. What can you do? Our people are living nearly 2 years over in refugee camps and inside the Burma and outside the Burma. And still our situation is not changed. So you Rohingya people have only one way to settle our case. This is called regulation against the Burmese military. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.